of Libya's Presidential Council, Mohammed al-Menfi, in Cairo today. Now, the presidential spokesman Bassem Radi said President al-Sisi welcomed al-Menfi and affirmed Egypt's support for achieving supreme interests of Libya and preserving its territorial integrity, in addition to activating the will of the Libyan people. This comes within the framework of Egypt's support to the Libyan institutions and its leading role in enhancing efforts aimed at holding presidential and parliamentary elections in Libya, ending the transitional period and giving the Libyan people the chance to choose their leaders. For his part, al-Menfi hailed Egypt's vital role and its tireless efforts under the wise leadership of President to restore security and stability in Libya by supporting comprehensive national reconciliation among Libyans. He stressed on the significance of unifying state institutions and supporting the implementation of the UN and international resolutions regarding the exit of all foreign forces from Libya.
مجلس النواب الليبي بالسماح للجيش المصري بالتدخل حماية لليبيا ولأمنها القومي وحماية للأمن القومي المصري.
القوات المصرية عندما تدخل ليبيا هيكون شيوخ القبائل على رأس هذه القوات بالعلم الليبي.
نحن جاهزون، نأتي إلى سيدي البراني ونركب على السيارات العسكرية وندخل ليبيا لتحرير التراب الليبي.
احنا كلنا لا نبغي إلا استقرار الدولة الليبية.
Also today, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi received the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Qatar, Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdulrahman al-Thani. The presidential spokesman, Bassem Radi, said President al-Sisi conveyed his greetings to His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad al-Thani, the Emir of Qatar. The head of state expressed his appreciation of the tangible progress in the course of the Egyptian-Qatari relations, which he stressed would serve goals and interests of both countries. For his part, Sheikh Mohammed expressed his honor to meet President al-Sisi and conveyed greetings of the Emir Tamim and expressed his keenness to consolidate bilateral ties. The meeting was attended by Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry. Also today, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi received the Angolan Foreign Minister, Titi Antonio, in the presence of Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry. Now, presidential spokesperson Bassem Radi said President al-Sisi conveyed his greetings to the Angolan President, João Lorenzo, and stressed the great importance Egypt attaches to strengthening bilateral relations in various domains. President al-Sisi expressed Egypt's keenness to maximize coordination and consultation with the Angolan side regarding ways to strengthen mechanisms of joint African action in a way that contributes to achieving the growth and stability that African countries aspire to. For his part, the Angolan top diplomat expressed his honor to meet President al-Sisi, conveying to him a written message from the Angolan head of state that affirmed his country's aspiration to develop bilateral relations and advance joint cooperation between the two countries. And President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi met with the visiting Congolese Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Environment and Sustainable Development, Eva Masoudi, in Cairo today. During the meeting, President al-Sisi confirmed Egypt's continuous support and consolidation to the Democratic Republic of Congo, hailing historic ties which bind the two nations as well as mutual coordination and enhancement. The head of state stressed that Egypt gives priority to the climate change file at the African and international levels especially in light of its hosting of the COP27 summit in the Red Sea resort of Sharm el-Sheikh next November. He said the state aims to reach a consensus regarding contentious issues between developing and developed nations. The president expressed Egypt's keenness to coordinate efforts and offer all support to African nations to guarantee a quick adaptation with the negative and economic repercussions of the climate change in the short and long terms. President Sisi further noted that Cairo would collaborate efforts with other African states to guarantee the success of the upcoming summit in releasing balanced outcomes. For her part, the Congolese minister handed a message from the Congolese president, Félix Tshisekedi, which praised strategic and distinguished bilateral political and economic ties. These were some of the stories making the news today, but now let's check out this report regarding the match that is currently taking place between Senegal and Egypt, the second and final leg of their World Cup 2022 qualifier. We are playing in the second period of extra time, 15 minutes. If no goals are scored, we will head into penalties. Let's check out this report and we'll be right back.
Hopes rose as the Egyptian team headed by its star and Liverpool forward Mohamed Salah played a decisive match with Senegal's team headed by its star Sadio Mane, faced off in the second match of their two-leg contest in the Senegalese capital Dakar on Tuesday to determine which team will be qualified for the FIFA World Cup 2022 in Qatar later this year. In their duel last Friday, the Cairo International Stadium in the capital, Egypt managed to conquer the Senegalese team by a goal in the 4th minute that made all the difference. Superstar Mohamed Salah helped force the only goal of the clash 4 minutes after the kickoff, with his shot rebounding off a Selousis and past Edouard Mendy in the Senegalese goal. Mane was kept largely quiet, with his best chance a header that flashed wide, but the game did not get away from Senegal, and they have hope heading into the second leg. Egypt defeated Senegal 1-0 in the first leg of the World Cup playoff to take a slender lead to Dakar for Tuesday's return. Senegal kept pressing until the final whistle in search of an equalizer, but were kept at bay by the Egyptian defenders. Only one of the two teams can progress to the 2022 World Cup in Qatar at the moment. 5 teams will go to Qatar next winter and the other 5 teams will be left at home. The Pharaohs kept a clean sheet in their first leg, which was significant and helpful for their second leg. The goalless draw or any draw result could automatically help Egypt, the 7-time African champions, book a place among the big teams in Qatar.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're now joined over the phone all the way from London by Captain Yasser Shenawany, the former Al Masry player. Captain Shenawany, good evening and thank you very much for joining us.
Good evening, and it's my pleasure to be with you.
Pleasure, sir. Captain Shenawany, obviously the match is in its second period of extra time, almost halfway through. So far, we are trailing 1-0 down, but this gives us the extra time that we need since we already beat Senegal at home in Cairo 1-0. So far, it is expected that Egypt is playing with a low block. Mostly the possession is in favor of the Senegalese team. How do you see the match continuing for the last few minutes?
First of all, the match is a very difficult match, especially after we lost from Senegal during African Cup of Nations, and we beat them 1-0 in Egypt, and it's very difficult game. Senegal is a very strong team. Senegal have very big names. All of them, they play a big team in Europe, and you see that as we did in Egypt, and we score in 4 minutes, they score as well in 4 minutes, but during the game, they don't have, yes, they control the ball, they control the game, but we don't have anything against Shenawany, our goalkeeper, especially in extra time. They have very, very, very dangerous chance in extra time. But I see the game is going to penalty, and I hope it go like this, and inshallah we will win.
Well, hopefully that would happen, but if we do go to penalties, do you think that the experience of the previous penalty shootout that took place at the final of the African Cup of Nations, do you think it will play a role, keeping in mind that now we will have Shenawany in goal instead of Abu Gabal, who seemed as a penalty shootout specialist in the African Cup of Nations tournament. How do you see the following penalty shootout that might be taking place?
Of course, as you said, Abu Gabal was like a hero for Egyptian people during the African Cup of Nations. But I'm seeing now it's going to penalty, but Shenawany is in very good performance, in great performance, especially in extra time. And I think that if we go to penalty, Shenawany will do the same as Abu Gabal did in African Cup of Nations. But the result, inshallah, it will be in our side and we will win.
Mm-hmm. Captain Yasser Shenawany, the former Masri player, thank you very much for joining us all the way from London. Ladies and gentlemen, we are still following up the developments taking place in the second period of extra time between Senegal and Egypt, taking place in the Senegalese capital, Dakar. We'll be following it, but now we'll be off to a short break and we'll be right back.